Today, we are simply going to talk about budgeting. Budgeting is a very important piece of managing your money and becoming debt-free so you can start to build some financial freedom. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know, my name is Whitney Mikel. I'm your local 757 trusted realtor. Now, as I've said before in many videos, my husband and I, we follow Dave Ramsey's principles to get us out of debt, $65,000 in 13 months. It worked well for us. Dave Ramsey's principles are really good in my opinion. We don't follow everything to the T. However, I do feel like Dave Ramsey's system is not broken, so it's not something that needs to be fixed. A lot of people talk about his baby step one and having a $1,000 emergency fund and how that's not enough for today's day and age. The objective of the emergency fund is to get you emotionally charged so that you can put some fire under yourself and get out of debt quicker because you only have a $1,000 emergency fund. But if a $1,000 emergency fund doesn't work for you, then just save more and continue with the baby steps. That's just my opinion. But again, today we're going to talk about budgeting. The tool that we use to budget is called the EveryDollar Budget app. It's a free tool. You can use it online. You can use an app. But what I'm going to do is walk you through how to set up your budget step by step. And we're just going to use some examples kind of from statistics about the median household income and things like that. So let's go ahead and head over to the computer. All right. So as I said, there's an app that we like to use called EveryDollar Budget app. Is what we learned through Dave Ramsey. And let me just reiterate, I am a fan of Dave Ramsey's principles. Some of them may be a little outdated. We don't follow everything exactly, but it's definitely what helped us get on track to pay off our debt and work on becoming financially free. So when you first join the EveryDollar app, it's going to ask you to put in your information. Now, these are just kind of average numbers that I'm taking from the internet based on the median income. All you would do here is put in your paycheck. So paycheck one, let's just say you bring home $2,100. This is, we're aiming at bi-weekly. So let's say you bring home $2,100 for the first paycheck and then $2,100 for the second paycheck. So then you're going to set $4,200 for your monthly income. Now, this example that we're using is for your income after taxes. All right, so we'll go ahead and set that. Now, let's just say for mortgage or rent, let's just say you're paying $1,700 a month. For your water bill, let's say you're paying $120 a month. If you have gas, it's summertime, so let's say you're paying $25 a month for gas in the summertime. And then for electricity, let's just say your utility bill is about $160 a month. And again, these are just random numbers. Cable, I'm not sure if anyone still has cable, but let's just say your TV service, maybe you're paying like $80 a month. Trash, a lot of people don't have trash pickup, but some do. So $30 a month, maybe. You see down here, your budget is changing. So now you have $2,115 left to budget. Now, of course, we need to plan for groceries. We'll have to figure out how much you're spending a month in groceries. So let's just say you're spending $500 a month in groceries. If you're still wanting to eat out, I don't know, we'll talk about that in another video. Maybe you're spending $200 a month eating out. Let's go ahead and set that. Now, you still need to plan for gas. So let's say you're spending $200 a month for gas, for car maintenance, maybe $100. Clothing, do you really need clothing every month? I don't know your situation, but we'll set a small budget for that. Let's say you're spending $100 a month in clothing. And then let's say you're doing $150 a month for your phone. Fun money, that is something that my husband and I would use for like eating out or going to the movies and stuff. I highly recommend budgeting for it. I cannot stress it enough. If you set a budget for what you're going to do during that paycheck, maybe you're planning to go to the movies, maybe you're planning going out, it will help you budget your money properly. And remember, a budget is not restricting your money, it's simply telling your money where to go. All right, so fun money, let's just say $200 a month. Maybe you spend, it's expensive these days, so maybe you're spending $150 on your hair. And then subscriptions, let's talk about, like Hulu and Netflix, Amazon Prime. Maybe monthly you're spending $70 a month. Why not? All right. And then so you have $970. If you have pet care, you'll want to enter it there. Child care, that is a big expense. We'll leave it blank for now. Some people have children, some don't. Entertainment, that's kind of the same category as the fun money category that we discussed. And then miscellaneous would be anything extra that you can think of. So maybe you have a hobby that you like to do. Anything that you can think of, you can add it here. You can change the names. So right now we'll just leave $0 a month for lifestyle. Now let's talk about health and expenses. Maybe you're spending $70 a month for the gym, for your medicine and vitamins. Maybe you're spending $20 a month. Doctor visits, I don't know if that's a monthly expense, so we'll leave that blank. Health insurance, let's just say you're spending $120. That might be a little low for today's day and age. So maybe $225 for health insurance. For life insurance, maybe you're paying into like a $70 policy. Auto insurance, let's just say $180. If you have homeowner or renter's insurance, your homeowner's insurance should be included in your mortgage payment. But let's say you do have renter's insurance and it's $100 a month. Maybe you have some type of identity subscription that you want to put there. And then finish. So this type of situation is actually a good example. Again, these numbers are just random. I don't have anything written down and I'm just kind of going off the dome. But you can see here that it says that you're $250 over budget, which is what a lot of people do. We are living above our means. So let's go ahead to finish and see how we can rectify this situation. Now, this is what the Every Dollar Budget app looks like after everything is set up. That initial part I just took you through is when you're first setting up your account. But once your account is set up, this is what it will look like every month. Now, notice we didn't even include any debt transactions in this. With this type of situation, you're already $250 over budget. So I always say you may need to try and make more money. That could be Ubering, whatever you need to do, finding a work from home job. It's many different things you could do. But with this, we're being $250 over budget. So let's go ahead and see what we can eliminate to help you create more income. For church, we definitely give every paycheck 10% of whatever the paycheck is. So, if you do tithe or believe in that, then, that would be $210. All right. So that would put you $460 over budget. And depending on what you believe in, no judgment, no criticism, this would actually be first. Just to let you know. You could put that in there if you give every month to charity, but let's see where you can cut back. So we know that pretty much all of your housing expenses are non-negotiables, right? So we want to leave this stuff. Gas, maintenance, we'll leave that. But here, you could take out that $200 for restaurants. You could change it to $100, right? And then for groceries, maybe you could take your grocery budget down slightly. Maybe you could get by with doing $350 a month in groceries. That may mean, getting some extra coupons or finding some extra deals there. So you see this is the goal every month. It says it's an every dollar budget. That means where every single dollar of your monthly budget is going. Now, to eliminate more things, Dave Ramsey speaks about living like no one else so you can live like no one else. So there may be a period to where you have to eliminate that fun money for some time. And maybe you have to change that to zero so you have $200 left in that budget. Maybe you have to eliminate these subscriptions and then now you have $270 left to budget. Maybe you learn how to do your own hair and now you have $420 left to budget.
Nice.
So just by changing these 3 line items, you've created $420 in your monthly budget. Maybe you work out at home using YouTube videos, or maybe you join something like Planet Fitness temporarily. That's usually $10 a month. Okay, now you have $480 left in your budget. All right, and then maybe you shop around for some cheaper health insurance and you can knock that down to $175 a month. And then same thing for life insurance. So what I'm trying to get you to see is budgeting every dollar is just telling your money where to go. Now, we haven't talked about any debt. So let's say you have debt that you need to pay every month. Well, all you would do is click here where it says, it'll say what's the debt name. So let's say credit card, right? All right, and then it'll let you select the debt type, whatever it is. But for this, we're using credit card for an example. So let's say your current credit card balance is $15,000. All right, and your minimum payment that you have to pay every month, let's just say you have to pay $125 monthly. Interest rate is optional. The original balance is optional. So then we'll leave those at 0 for now. Then you'll put add debt. All right, so we have this $15,000 credit card balance. Now you see you have $530 left to budget. This is based on every line item. Of course, this number is going to vary based on your income. But the goal would be, if this is your only debt, then you will want to take whatever is left over and put that here under planned. So you're planning to pay $530 every month based on this. And then it says it's an every dollar budget. And what that means is you know exactly where every single dollar of your budget is going. That's all you have to do. And the more debts you have, you can add a new debt. So let's say you have a student loan, debt type, student loan, current balance, let's say that's $20,000. All right, and your minimum payment is, let's say, $150. And then we're gonna leave the interest rate at 0, the original balance at 0, and then we'll hit add debt. So now we're gonna change this to 0, and we still have $530 left to budget. Well, we know that we wanna pay off the smallest debt first to the largest debt. So your minimum monthly payment for this is gonna be $150. So we need to put that in, and now you have $380 left to budget. So you will put that in, and now you have an every dollar budget. So this is just a tool that we use. It's a free tool. It's one of the best budgeting apps that we've used. Of course, there are spreadsheets, but I really want to help you guys understand what it means to create an every dollar budget and knowing exactly where your money is going, knowing exactly what you're spending. This is very important to begin to get yourself out of debt and start building some type of financial freedom. If you guys want more content like this, please let me know. If you need any advice on what to do with getting your funds in order, definitely feel free to reach out to me, and I'll catch you back on the camera. All right, I hope you found that information valuable. I hope that you can get a good idea of how to set up your every dollar budget app. If you need assistance, or maybe you just have some questions about how to start budgeting, be sure to reach out to me. I'm always glad to help. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like content like this, be sure to go ahead and like this video, subscribe, share this, and be sure to hit that bell so you know when new content is dropping. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.